Alright. Whoa. Just moved a window and then it closed every single window on my computer at the same time. So let's make all of that come back, please, and never do that again. Thank you, Windows. Oof. I think it's better to play Slay the Spire on beta. I prefer having the new stuff that devs are working on. Sometimes if there's a big bug, I'll go back to the main branch. But for the most part, I think it's nice to see the new things that they're coming up with. That was a New York Times crossword. It is something you have to subscribe to. I forgot the most famous diamond of all, the Paj diamond. You know, Paj is clearly not as famous as Weeb. Something that I will point out. Do we go for the Inflame here, or do we go for the orange pellets? The orange pellets are like the super long-term play. I think we go for the Inflame. Orange pellets probably a little bit too long-term. See you later, good relics. Yep. I think I meant to go dash strike back one there. Take less damage. Oh well. What was that potion? I think there was a liquid bronze there. I think. It changed what a lot of the potions look like. Armaments is generally okay early. Warped Tongues is like always really, really good, pretty much. What was my whale bonus? I think I took some gold, probably. Probably. I think we can happily take a Carnage, especially against Slime Boss. Nice to be able to deal a ton of damage to something all at once. I think with Thunderclap we don't have to upgrade Bash, and we can upgrade Carnage instead, also. That's pretty cool. But if I want to keep it, I have to start using it now. I don't really want to get attacked next turn. I think I'm going to do this and let Carnage go. Goodbye, upgraded Carnage. It's been great. You don't know what Paj is, and at this point you're afraid to ask. I think there are a lot of other people in the same boat, including maybe one broadcaster. What is Paj? What does it mean? And why is it Paj instead of something else? These questions and more. Decent Lagavulin fight. I didn't want to use the regen pot. Oh, fuck yeah, I'm just the best. Alright. That's not why I didn't want to use a regen pot, but I guess it's another reason not to. Take feed. Niablis, thanks for the tier 3 sub. Thanks for the 26 months. Uncle should use all Niablis also says that Paj is illegal. If fatal, raise your max HP by 4. What is the relic I just got? This is a magic flower. Healing is 50% more effective during combat. Boom. None of my skills right now are great on turn 1. I have defend or armaments. I'm gonna take a sapphire key. I'm going through the elite and super elite. Does feed stack with that flower? Sort of. Feed makes it so the flower gives us more current health, but doesn't make it so the flower gives us more max health. I think this is the point? Didn't quite kill it. Maybe it was better to... The reason that I wanted to inflame instead of strike there wasn't because it deals more damage. It was because it stops me from drawing inflame again. I don't know, I could sit down and do the math on that, I guess. It's a slight difference. Benny, thanks for the 4 months. Agbamusho to you as well. The feed gives me 4 max HP and I heal for 6 current HP. This is the new tiny chest. Every 4th question mark room is a treasure room. Sword boomerang is okay. Have it in flame. Can I sit down and do the math on that? You're curious. No. I mean, am I capable of doing that? Yes. Do I have better ways to spend like 30 minutes to an hour? Yes. Also yes. Yes to both. How's it going, Arctics? Body slam, ghostly armor, pummel, meh. Bleh. Bleh. I spend 1 minute on it instead of 32 an hour. Well, that's what I did. I spent about 5 seconds on it. I'm doing alright, Arctic. A weird turn. I have lots of options there. I could have just gone strike double defend. Blast defend only saves me 1 health though, because I had pain in my hand. This is fairly miserable. Okay. So we are, unfortunately, a very long way away from having the second one of these dead. We've got Warped Tongues, which should be, like, probably more beneficial than the downside of having pain. Oh, Carnage is great here. Alright. I don't think one of them can kill us. Wasn't there a kill with Dramatic Entrance? It didn't look like it to me, but maybe I was doing the math wrong. Also, did I end up taking more damage anyway that way? Probably not, right? Probably no. Probably I wouldn't have. Bag of marbles, emerald key, essence of steel for some plated armor. Disarm is incredible. And we're through the big elite fight. These are not minions. Could have gotten feed, really? Probably just missed it. Essence of Steel looks weird. I'm okay with how Essence of Steel is. The one that messes with me a little bit is the one that's shaped like a moon. Because I can't work out how somebody would drink with it. Because like shaped like a crescent moon, I don't even remember which one it is, but it's shaped like a crescent moon, and like the opening is right here on the bottom of the crescent. So I think if I like drank from it, the top of the moon would hit me in the forehead. I can't work out. Maybe like this? I can't work out how it would work. It's a darkness potion. Use a straw. Drink from it sideways. Turn it sideways. What does sideways mean? Which way's up? Canyon Arrow, thanks very much for the Twitch Prime. Agaba show to you as well. You're supposed to throw it. It's a possibility, I guess. I could have taken fire breathing. For slime boss. I saw the shrug and I knew that I needed a block card. I hope that slime boss doesn't end up being a problem. It'd be awkward. Someone needs to get me a moon-shaped glass. Not a glass, it's like got a stopper. The reason it's important that it has a stopper is there would be no way if you took the stopper off of it to hold it in any orientation where liquid wouldn't come out. No matter how you held it, there would always be something with liquid above where the stopper was. Seems like a clear flaw in the design of something for drinking, to me. To me. Seems clearly incorrect. I feel like I rest here. Is that like too cowardly? Have I become a coward? Have my 2 days in Ratropolis made me fear too much? I think I rest here. Slime boss is scary. That'd be like needing a shoe to open a drinking container. I don't know what you mean. I just want to say that I'm not sure I'm a fan of your tone right now. I don't want to draw a card because I like my hand next turn. Speed works in this fight as long as you fully kill an enemy with it. Alrighty. The rest saved me my potion, I guess. Lol. Immolate seems like the card we were missing for the entirety of that fight we just did. Can also take Snecko pretty happily. Snecko is so much worse now that Corruption's a rare for Ironclad. It makes a large difference for this relic specifically. Let's go to a store. Let's drink this. I'm not gonna shrug. I'm gonna take the 42 damage, thanks. I feel like you see corruption more often. I think you see rares more often on Ironclad. It depends on like how many rares a character has. The different characters have different numbers of rares actually, so it all gets like weird. I think Snecko was the right relic to take there. It's plausible that Phylostone was actually better. Okay, Clothesline Plus seems like an incredibly good pickup. Finally get to remove pain. Akabeko with Bag of Marbles. Moo. Could actually work that out. I could look in my run history and see how many uncommons I was offered and how many rares I was offered. It's an illegal amount of turn 1 damage. I'm just wondering if Pen-Nib is just like better than it. Like, Pen-Nib doubles the damage every 10 attacks instead of an extra 8 damage every fight. It seems like Pen-Nib would be better. I'm sorry, Akabeko. There's a set chance you get a rare and the rare you get is entirely random. Yeah, that's correct. So if there are 23 different rares, then individual rares are less common than if there are 2 individual rares. Penib only 10% more damage. How much more damage is Akabeko as a percentage? Close to 100, right? Why was Astrolabe worse than Penib there? Well, they're very like different things. It's possible that Astrolabe was better. I thought the Penib would be really big with Immolate for killing elites. You can't really calculate Akabeko damage like that for Akabeko. It depends what attack you use it on. Oh, I see. That's fair. Akabeko, if you don't play an attack in a fight, doesn't deal any damage. Whereas Penib still deals 10%. Right? That's something to keep in mind. I'm gonna take the True Grit. % of 0 is still 0. Fuck off. I'm sensing some serious negativity about my my main man Penib right now. That was so greedy. To play feed instead of Immolate there was so greedy. Oh my gosh, that was greedy. Looks like we're gonna be okay. What was the friend's clue? The friend's clue was character and friends. And the answer was Silent Eye. Fucking hell. I feel personally attacked by that clue and answer. Feel personally attacked. I just feed. I think I just feed. Goodbye, feed. Could use both potions. The eye isn't silent? Pretty sure it is. When will we watch Jorbs exclusively on Mixer? How much money do you think Mixer needs to ask of me before I switch to their platform? I'm not saying like I already picked a number, I'm saying you pick the number for me. Should I ask for 100 million? 200 million? 300 million? $9. Are you available for hire as an agent? $1.5 million, right in between. $1 billion. $1 billion. I like $1 billion. Actually, I sort of like $1 million because that's what Mike Myers asks for first, and then they explain to him that inflation happened, right? I can't talk right now, apparently. Lanza de la Luna! Hello, how are you? $500 sounds about right. You know how many, like, different accounts I would have to set up? I wouldn't say that I'm a lazy person, but I am a person affected by inertia. If you get me going on something, for sure, I'll get it done. But if I'm just chilling here doing my thing on Twitch and it's working fine, I do require a significant push to go do something else instead. Twin-headed emu, thank you very much for the 6 months. Angbamushu to you as well. I hope that you are not actually on fire, twin-headed emu.
I wanna be a billionaire, so fucking bad.
Here's the first $10 towards the 1 billion needed. Jorbs bird.
Thank you very much for that. I don't have my Streamlabs dashboard open. What? No, I don't want that. Icosaplex, thank you very much for the $10 donation. Much appreciated. Doesn't sound lazy, not lazy, just affected by inertia. Not lazy. Set up a 10 billion donation goal to move to Mixer, so my Twitch viewers, who presumably would much rather watch me on Twitch, on average, are going to donate $10 billion to me to mildly inconvenience themselves. Okay, actually, let's flip the question. Better question. How much would I have to pay you to watch me on Mixer instead of Twitch? Are we talking like $5 good? Are we thinking millions? $350? Hey Florin. $350. $500. I feel like if like one of the streamers I watched wanted to get me to watch them on Mixer, There might be like a lengthy bargaining process. When I press T in my browser, it takes me straight to Twitch. so much harder otherwise.
Mix it fun, we're gonna hit 10 billion sooner or later.
Thank you, Ugly Cat, for the $3. We're almost there. Living on a prayer. Do we want to dual wield or inflame? I like inflame since it is currently the only scaling that we have. Pretty good turn one. Alright, sweet. I did just draw every single good card in my deck at the same time, though. Maybe it wasn't a good turn one. Change to Tiny Chest is every fourth question mark becomes a relic. That's my immolate. Rude. Museum Philosopher, thanks for the 6 months. Ugbomu show to you as well. This one has immolate? Eh. Eh. Is the change to Tiny Chest a nerf or a buff? It is sometimes a nerf and sometimes a buff. Thanks for the 11 months, WC. Ugbomu show to you as well. Thank you for the giraffe fact, Trooper K. I didn't know that. I still don't. For what it's worth. But I also didn't before. Isn't it generally a buff? Depending on what you mean by generally? I could turn liquid memories into 4 HP. Nah. We'll be fine. It's pretty much a straight buff if you can go to 4 question mark rooms after picking it up. Sometimes. Sometimes it's not. Hey, we could get a corruption. Is it time for paint? Time for paint, apparently. Apparently it's time for paint. When you say that something is making a distribution 25%, what people are going to assume you mean is that the distribution looks like this 0.25. People are going to assume that the distribution looks like this. You have a 0.25 chance of getting a relic everywhere you go. But what Tiny Chest's distribution looks like is actually this. And sometimes that blue distribution is worse than a distribution like, say, this one. The red distribution has less area under it. I did not draw that very well. This red distribution has less area under it, but this part of the game is more important than this part of the game because this part of the game happens earlier. So for the same reason that, like, Strike is a good card on floor 2, but a very bad card on floor 30, but you still might prefer Strike over Demon Form on floor 2, sometimes it's much better to have a relic that could give you output in the next 3 floors than it is to have a relic that cannot possibly give you output until at least 4 floors from now. It is important to consider when the relic does the thing. Like a corruption. Right? I don't actually have that much energy worth of skills. You understood the distribution better before I started drawing it. Yeah, welcome to Jorbs Paint. Outside of question mark 4, does it remove the other opportunities to get a chest? I don't believe so. But it doesn't provide extra opportunities to get a chest, like Tiny Chest used to. Hey, Lukiva. Do I save my art? Yes. Yes, next time I have to explain the answer to that question, I will just bring up the art and not say anything. I'll just put it on screen for a second, wink at the camera, and then I will take the art away, and everyone will now know what I mean. That's how descriptive statistics works. Talk to your children about descriptive statistics. How long until the stream is just a sequence of briefly shown distributions? Every day we draw closer. Would you like me to explain that with art? Talk to your child about descriptive statistics if you want to put them to sleep. You know, I would not expect telling your kid about descriptive statistics to put them to sleep. If it did, though, if it was like better than bedtime stories at achieving that, like, what a powerful thing we would have just discovered together. Was that 17 damage? Yes, I have just been shivved. Whoops. You hate statistics because it forces you to change your worldview. No, you can just change the numbers, actually, if they don't agree with what you already thought. Or resample is a common thing that people do. I'll take take Carnage. I've got 119 health, so... This is the sort of deck, actually, that, like, beats one Act 3 boss and then dies to the second one. Maybe we should work on that. I think I meant to take Clockwork Souvenir. That's called P-hacking, and it's A-okay. Remember, kids, science is for convincing other people that you're right. Alright. You have to test the statistics for your 2-year-old's bedtime tomorrow. Make it happen. Top deck, thanks for the 23 months. On Bomo show to you too. Do I want lots of Carnages that cost 0? Probably, right? Instead of getting a bunch of Inflames but not even being able to play them right now. That was a good turn. The Curse of the Gecko, bro. The Gecko Cobra. The Gecko Cobra itself. The Curse of the Gecko, bro. God fucking hell. My opinion on sesame seed bagels. Fine. I'm gonna take Sentinel. Gives me a bunch of energy. 1 turn with Corruption. I think that's like probably okay here. I don't know. I go back and forth on how good Sentinel is in situations where it can give energy. I have some hella good relics. I definitely have okay relic. I would say the relics are one of the better things about this deck. Also, would you like to hear about my Carnages? Get to immolate next turn, almost certainly? Hopefully. I don't remember the last time that I had a bagel and didn't feel good about my decision afterward. Maybe I should have more bagels. It's also like been a while since I last had one. I know that they are great. Why don't I just have them more often? They're very like heavy though. Maybe it's because like I don't really want a bagel for breakfast, but then I also don't feel like bagels fit into another time of the day. Like it's too much for breakfast but not enough for lunch, and you would never have a bagel for dinner. That's... I mean, let's not be silly, right? That feeling diminishes when you start eating bagels every day. Maybe it's good that maybe too much of a good thing would be something worth avoiding here. What about having several bagels for dinner. Bottle corruption? I think bottle corruption is correct. We have a situation where we're looking at 127 max HP and Tori and bronze scales against the heart. So probably it's not that important that we keep our skills for that fight. Seems like we should be fine. Flora and I actually live on the moon, so... Sorry, that was an inside joke. Flora and I have inside jokes now. Oh, everybody else is saying it too. Twitch chat. I'm glad somebody else came up with a joke for you that was funny. Honestly, a lot of the jokes lately have been... This one's alright though. Let's go. Disarm or uppercut? I think disarm. I fantasize about meeting Twitch chat on the street, but I cannot imagine somebody from Twitch chat shaking my hand and saying, "Hey, Steve." I imagine, like, when I'm out for a walk, I have this, like, slight anxiety that somebody in a car that's driving by is gonna, like, wave their windows down and caw at me, for example. That's more where my head is sort of at in terms of how these interactions would go. Eat? 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 Eat. Kinda exhausted. Oh, I probably had to get the spinning top turn, right? What XCOM class ability would make the most interesting Slave Spire card? Something having to do with disabling shot for snipers in Long War 1 would be fun. I could see that being fun. I don't think Berserk helps very much with boss fights, and the orange pellets are going to be important for other things. Oh, I definitely did not feed on that. Whoops. Spot weakness seems good. We desperately need more scaling. I think I like the deck spot more here. What were my thoughts on the typing meme? The typing meme was really good. It really, like, spoke to some of my own personal anxieties too, which I appreciated. Most of the time, if I'm hanging out at my computer at night, I have Discord open on like my off to the side window, just so that I can check with combos that are happening and what have you. I get DMs on Discord and I monitor my own Discord. And so having the little thing there saying someone was typing for like the entire night was a little bit like, what are they going to say? What's gonna happen? I definitely felt that a bit. Eat Moore's Curls! Thanks to Twitch Prime. Boomoo show to you as well. Immediate Soul, thanks for the 16 months. Boomoo show to you too. Combust offered at the exact same time that we pick up Centennial Puzzle. Probably not. You've never seen Spinning Top do anything useful before? So in this run we went to 7 question marks after picking up Tiny Chest, and we got 1 relic, which means that it gave us an increased chance of relic pickup of 1 divided by 7. We can model the actual effects of Tiny Chest like this. The actual increase in chance of relic pickup is actually 0%, 0%, 0%, 25%, 1 over 5 is 20%, 1 over 6 is 16%, 1 over 7 is... This one this one fucks with me. Is it 14 point... 14 point... whatever 2 divided by 7 is? So, like... Tiny Chest's distribution of relics given actually looks like this if you average it. Could be a line graph. What the fuck am I doing? And then continues if you happen to get more chests. Whereas Tiny Chest's distribution used to look a lot more like this. On a chance though, it's just how often you have gotten a chest. Well, that is the average of... That is the average of what Tiny Chest does. The average happens to be exactly what it does every time, but I mean, that's a very good average, not a not a less predictive average. Alright. How many relics old Tiny Chest made is actually... Wasn't it just 10% all the time? Which is always 10%, right? So it'd be below 14. I should have taken Orange pellets 46 floors ago. Probably, yeah. What colorless cards do we like? We have Bottled Corruption, so I guess all of the skills are actually okay. How good is Magnetism here? Is it outstanding? Or is it better than outstanding? My Overexplain run still up to date, or has a lot changed since then? I mean, some of the game mechanics have changed. Well, some of the cards and relics have changed. But all the ways that I'm thinking about the game are still up to date. Would Tiny Chest be too strong if it was a relic every 3 question marks? Well, it would depend whether you had visited 0 question marks, 1 question mark, 2 question marks, 3 question marks, 4 question marks, 5 question marks, 6 question marks. 6 question marks probably where it gets too strong. Well, no, not even. Where it gets to be okay. Probably below average in terms of relic strength up until 6 question marks. How often do I work the phrase strictly better into normal conversations? That is actually my middle name. Why is Orange Pellets good? It is good to remove debuffs from yourself, because it is bad to have debuffs. When I have debuffs, I think no. But when I remove debuffs, I think yes. Is removing the confusion debuff from Sekoi bad or good? Sometimes it is good and sometimes it is bad. Debuffs do not spark joy. They certainly don't. They certainly do not. Isn't it difficult to play a skill power and attack in the same turn consistently? Not very. Generally quite doable. Is winning runs strictly better? Winning runs is strictly better than losing runs, as defined by this video game. In this paper, I will. We're dead next fight. But we did survive Donu Deka. In the other fights, we do have Disarm. I think this is a situation where we do not want to... Corruption. Twitch chat, I've been thinking a lot about us. Twitch chat, holy crap, you say some of the most insightful things. Now, Twitch chat, I don't like to think of myself as a cruel person. Alright, anyway. This is fine. Awakened One barely does anything. Probably alright. It's not you, it's me. Specifically, how you make me feel. Did I forget I have potions again? Nope. Did you forget that I can keep the potions until next fight again? I was about to get rid of the armaments there, wasn't I? Why didn't I play any attacks? Time will tell. Soon all shall be revealed. There could be a streamer reality TV show called Twitch Chat Says the Darndest Things. And it could be all about the things that Twitch Chat says and how they are the darndest. And it could be hosted by Dolphin Chemist. I think Dolphin Chemist would be a wonderful host. I think you would see true joy expressed by Dolphin Chemist. Who would be Dolphin Chemist's lovely assistant? Well, I mean, if the position's open, I was thinking maybe I could give it a go. The reason that the Awakened One is not being attacked by our hero, the Ironclad, is that our hero, the Ironclad, has made the Awakened One have a -4 strength, and our hero, the Ironclad, has a copy of the card Spot Weakness. If I were to make Awakened One transform, Awakened One would get strength back. But if I wait and slowly summon my own strength, I can get to a point where it's easy for me to just one-shot the Awakened One when it respawns. And I won't take any more damage. Starlisten, thanks for the 3 months! Agbomo show to you as well. Have I ever succumbed to the dark side and been Twitch chat? Yes. It actually goes all the way down. It was back in '85, I think. I was working with other internet billionaires like myself. And we came up with a social experiment. What would it be like if we turned humans into a hive mind of memes and debauchery in order to profit from them? As, I mean, everything that we did was for profit back then. I think it was Bill Gates who came up with the idea of a personal computer at the meeting. A personal computer that could be connected to some sort of hive mind of sorts. And we sort of went from there. Good fight. Is this the so-called XCOM project? But why Twitch chatter? Oh my god, Action JP. Alright. That is the dystopia that I hope to live in when I am old. That's an old pasta? I haven't seen that pasta before. I'll eat old pasta sometimes. This is 26 health. I think that's more than a dex potion does. Also, I can use it at the end of the elite fight, and then I have a potion slot open in case the elites drop a potion. Question is, do I want Dark Embrace or Card Remove? Dark Embrace draws more cards, right? Unless I get unlucky and it costs too much to play. Yesterday's conversation about degeneracy and deck builders just came back to you in that Awakened One fight. Yep. Yep, that's the thing. Good day to you, kind Spire. Whoops. Where'd you go? That's unfortunate. I mean, that's just quite unlucky, right? Okay, so this fight went... This fight went okay. Pendib versus Akabeko, by the way, going all the way back to it. Fight would have been a bit tougher if it had Akabeko over Pendib. The stream keeps glitching for a second and then Jorbs has killed everything. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. That's really too bad. think I'd rather have a defend in my deck than not have a defend in my deck. This heart is not going to deal damage to us on this cycle. I'm not even vulnerable at the moment. Little bit uncomfortable about playing Immolate and just dying to burns. Why doesn't exhausting cards count as a debuff? Well, often it's beneficial rather than not beneficial. How do we scale? We sort of don't. We just keep hitting it really hard, and then eventually it dies. Actually, I can leave this in flame in my deck and use liquid memories to dual wield it. Here's an actual answer for you. Corruption was unupgraded and cost 1 because of Snecko, then it got upgraded by Warped Kongs to cost 2. Whoops. Okay, yeah. Holy shit, that heals us for more because of Magic Flower. A lot of healing. I'm quite healthy now. Very good. I do have Tori. So actually, if I could save some of this block for later, that would be sort of good. Having your Twitch chat just be like unmitigatable shit really makes you feel like proud as a Twitch content creator. It's a long road to get to a point where people will voluntarily act that way in public for you. Doja! Thanks for the 6 months. Ugbomu show to you as well. The heart is dead. Goodbye, heart. We dropped below 50% HP, right? Yeah, dropped slightly below 50% HP. Blood potion was very good. That's true. It wasn't below 50% HP.